This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, baby heart. Look what I found in my fridge.
You've got a White Claw hard seltzer, not sponsored. Look at you go. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I have, I'm doing like a full at-home Tuesday afternoon brunch. I have coffee. I have water. I've got a White Claw. My energy can go in any direction it wants.
Full disclosure, I had a coffee like 30 minutes ago because I texted you and I was like, can we start a little later because my stomach is feeling weird.
And I was like, I understand that more than anyone you know.
But it was one of those things where, I mean, we're a minute in and I'm like, is it gas? Or like, you know, when you're just like, I've eaten kind of healthy the last 24 hours. There's no reason why I should be feeling like I have like a burrito baby. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I've already had a lot of coffee today. Let's try one more time to see if we get the wheels greased. Nothing. So then I switched to a gin and lemon juice.
Hey, I mean, everyone has different solutions. I was just looking at Nextdoor and someone posted on the Nextdoor app asking for stomach advice because this person had been going to a bunch of different doctors and it's nothing. And I was like, let me look at the comments on this. There could be something helpful for me.
Who goes to Nextdoor app for medical advice?
It is a wide variety of things posted on that app now. And the majority of the responses were, this is likely anxiety. But like check with all your doctors about different things. And I was like, that's exactly what it is. And it's nice to know that I'm not the only one dealing with this stuff. It feels like there's something in the air.
I know.
It's panic.
Two things. I wonder if this person who posted it like saw their next door neighbor come home in scrubs one day and was like, there's an actual doctor who lives next door. I'm not going to pay to go see this person, but I'm going to lightly post all of my medical ailments on Nextdoor app and hope they've joined it.
Yeah, no, it was, I actually appreciated it. It's pretty wild, the spectrum of help and advice that people are seeking on Nextdoor. The other post above it was just a photo of what looked like dog shit.
Oh, no.
And the person asking, is this from a coyote? We don't have a dog. From the Scat Man.
Wait, from the Scat Man?
Yeah. And it's just an up close photo of it. And then one that's zoomed way out so you can see just the empty yard with just this pile of dookie in the very middle of it. And then that's it. I was like, and people are giving genuine and concerned opinions about it. So
Grace,
Nextdoor.
I am not even stoned.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I'm realizing that Scat Man could also mean Poop Man.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Has he been talking about poop this whole time?
I mean,
that's about Dookie?
I think it's a style of making music, but also
I know
to
when
me,
you scat, but scat, like I wouldn't like come up with a new way to sing and call it turd. You know?
I mean, I don't know. I don't buy that 100% from you, but. But yeah, that's why I was like, the Scat Man really does sound like, you know, what my bowels are actually doing. Or it sounds like something to induce some sort of energy in that area.
Wow. Yeah. You got to beat up like your lower intestine. Well, I decided to drink gin because there's a level of it that feels like there's a medicinal quality to it because of all the herbs. So we'll see. But I didn't even know this is where we were going to go at the top of the show.
Here we go.
Oh my God. Okay. Two things.
Yep.
I got two more things.
Okay.
One, if my stomach is a little wild because of anxiety, it's because I was just trying to, we were discussing before we started rolling, come up with our bits for our show because our tour starts in exactly one fucking week.
Woo! My God, I know. I'm so excited. And also I feel like I have forgotten how to ride a bike a little bit, and I'm just trusting that I'll be able to pick it back up as soon as we do it. Like, we were talking about writing bits and how I've spent a couple like a half hour writing the other day, and I have 10 tangents, no bit.
Seriously, that's the name of this tour, all tangents. No, really, I'm worried we're going to get on stage and we're going to come out and then we're both just going to like soften our jaw and not make any noise. Like, what is being on what is being on stage anymore?
Right. And you guys all decided to come here And just with the hope that we could figure this out. How to do this again.
What we are saying is this month we are coming to Portland, Seattle, Denver. Like literally this time next week we'll be in Portland. But also Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis are the week after. So if you're thinking of coming to those shows, like it might feel like it's a little ways off. It ain't a little ways off. We are Mayday, Mayday.
Yeah, and those shows are really close to both of our birthdays. So
I know.
If we're going to, utilize anything to encourage you guys to buy tickets, do it as a birthday gift to us.
Do it for our birthdays. Come on, guys. We didn't get to celebrate it last year. The second thing I was going to say is, have you heard about the guy who put an eel in his rectum?
No, I haven't. I just scanned my brain because that seems like something I would have remembered. No, I haven't. What do you do?
I saw it today.
Okay.
And so basically, it was this guy in China. And I mean, this is fresh news. This was September 1st.
Real fresh. Yeah.
Fresh news. So there's this guy in China who is suffering from constipation. And if there is anyone who is going to have empathy about constipation, girl, you know it's me.
All the patients for the constipations. Like it's anything in the gastrointestinal area. There's no shame. There's only respect.
Well, there is shame when it comes to this guy because this guy was super consty. And so he decided maybe it's like an ancient. Which one is it? Ancient.
Ancient, yeah. There you go.
Ancient Chinese remedy or one of those things. He took an 8-inch eel, right? Which is a moderate. I would say that's a small eel. I don't know if it was a small species of eel or a baby eel. Regardless, it's definitely like animal abuse. But he took an 8-inch eel and inserted it into his anus. And the article says that's when things took a turn for the worse.
That's when things. Oh no!
Yeah. So first of all,
and this eel was alive.
This eel was alive. It was not electric, which I thought would have been a great turn in this story if he got electrocuted from an eel in his butthole.
Yeah. Shock therapy right up the butt.
So listen to this.
Oh, gosh.
That little eel was so slippery that it went all the way up in there. Continued up there.
It just took a journey. Yeah.
This was his Finding Nemo. He took a journey. Started freaking out as one does when they find themselves in a rectum.
Yeah.
Went nuts and chewed through the man's intestines. Oh. And then ended up in the rest of its body. He still didn't go to the doctor because he was so embarrassed.
Oh, God.
So anyway, they finally removed it in surgery. The eel was still alive. The eel survived. This is a happy ending, guys.
I don't know how to feel about it.
You have some feelings?
I do. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So many visuals are stirred in the mind. And like, what was the plan? Is that the eel was going to go up there, instinctually know this guy's blocked up, I got some work to do, and then I'll clock out.
He puts on his little hard hat.
Because like, how are you going to get it back out? Like, even a tampon has a string.
Thank you. That eel needed a string at the end of its tail. I was so confused. I came across it today while my stomach was feeling wild. And I was just like, how hard up do you have to? Like, I'm sorry. I don't know the geography and the nature of the area where he lived. Yeah. However, I think it probably would be harder to procure an eel than some laxatives.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that you're going to go to Petco and be like, I'd like 1 8-inch eel, please. And they're going to be like, that seems
he walks
reasonable.
in like he just got off a horse.
Yeah,
I'll take 1 eel. They're like, sir, when was your last bowel movement?
Do you have a tank? And all of do you need anything else? Just the eel.
Just the eel.
Wow. I mean...
So that's a great way to start the pod.
Everyone's doing the best they can, I guess. That's like, I think I saw Tyler post this on his story, some meme that's like, the magic school bus could be up your butt right now and you have no idea. I was like, that's
I'll take
true.
It. I will take it.
Wow. Oof. Well, I hope your stomach starts to feel better. I hope you don't
It'll
need
be fine. I'll literally have this one gin and probably eat garbage tonight and get drunk.
Everything will be fine. In some lighter news.
Sorry. I didn't mean to start us off in a dark place. The eel survived, or I would have never brought it up.
The eel was the only thing in the dark place there. That's a fine story, and just reminds me all of the things that I've ever done to course correct my own body issues are not the worst things I've ever done.
No, you're studying a hero's journey, and this eel had one.
This episode of This Might Get Weird is brought to you by Last Laugh Season 2, part game show, part social experiment, and 100% evil laugh challenge spectacular. Last Laugh returns for a second season with 12 contestants gathered for 6 hours to see who literally laughs last. If they laugh, smile, or smirk, they are eliminated and prevented from dethroning Season 1 winner Blaine Gibson. Host Jeff Ramsey and Elise Willems have an entire new collection of surprises, but will they be enough to break our contestants? Tune in September 9th on Rooster Teeth to see who's the last one laughing and catch up on Season 1 with all the episodes available to stream.
Sometimes you need to add a little spice, a little flavor, a little je ne sais quoi to your life. Well, how does a challenge sound? Not like doing your taxes, but fun puzzles like Best Fiends, the match 3 game that has tons of puzzles to solve. Best Fiends is perfect for the moments when you want to challenge yourself just a little bit. And sure, you can play as little or as much as you want, but fair warning, I told you right now, don't come crying to me, because once you start, you probably ain't gonna want to stop. Best Fiends is all about exactly that. The Fiends, these cute characters you can connect and level up as you play. I'm obsessed with them. They change the challenges every month, and they're themed out. So sometimes your fiends are dressed like Mozart, and other times they're dressed like cowboys. And since Grace and I are about to go on tour, my favorite thing is you don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi to play the game. So I'm going to be rocking the hell out of those fiends on every single flight. Summer break is perfect for getting away, but don't miss out on the fun of Best Fiends. And no matter where you go, take your fiends along, be it on a flight or a cab ride to your hotel. Download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends!
Life's a lot lately, but one thing that you don't really need to worry about is uncomfortable shoes anymore. Start your comfy shoe journey off on the right foot with comfortable bestsellers like flats, loafers, and sneakers from Rothy's. With sandals in an array of colors to shoes made for exploring, their newest styles have you covered. Plus, their spacious, washable bags are perfect for summer getaways. I have a cute pair of little ballet flat slides that are in this cheetah/giraffe print. You know, that's my jam. And I'm obsessed with them. I've had them forever. You can wash them, which for my stanky feet is such a beautiful, wonderful luxury in a shoe that also looks cute. And Rothy's newly launched men's shoes are intentionally designed with an artisanal level of detail. Whoa. And created with nearly zero waste. Rothy's men's shoes are durable, washable, and better for the planet. Plus, rigorous testing during R&D results in a perfect fit wash after wash. Step up your summer wardrobe with washable, sustainable, stylish shoes and bags from Rothy's. Head to rothys.com/TMGW to find your new warm weather favorites today. That's rothys.com/TMGW. There's new ABBA music that's
oh my
out.
God. I almost texted you.
Yeah, I just listened to both of the new songs that they have.
I've only heard one, and it was a little slow for me.
Which one was it? I Still Have Faith in You?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the slower one.
Okay.
But it sounds quintessential ABBA. The other one that I like a little bit more, Don't Shut Me Down, is the classic. It feels like, could be coming out right now, could be have come out, decades ago. It's got the classic piano slide, the it's roller skating music.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
Be honest. How many times have you listened to it? Because you like a song and it becomes your lifestyle.
I know. I have only listened to each song once because I just saw that they came out. And so I wanted to just check them out because also they're doing a hologram concert. That's what they announced in addition to this new music that in November, they're in their 70s now. None of them are dead, They're all live.
I was gonna ask. Like, we're really doing holograms when everyone is still with us.
Yeah,
they just do not want to leave their house.
I think they're also just, they can't move and shake in the ways that they used to. I couldn't name a single member of the band, by the way.
No, Blondie.
Yeah, they all
no,
have
not Blondie like the band. I have no idea, but I will say I heard the slower one on the radio when Chip and I were driving the other day, and I was like, oh shit, I think this is the new ABBA. Since the 70s, or maybe I'm recognized this, their like accents have become thicker, which makes sense. Are they Icelandic, Norwegian?
They're Swedish. So
I wouldn't leave Sweden either to go on tour.
I'm also fascinated. I wanted to look up if I could buy tickets because I would for sure watch a hologram concert because I think it's a virtual concert. Like I think you can go in person to watch it, but I think you can watch it online too. I'm not sure, which kind of defeats the whole like seeing the hologram in person, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the most like removed from experience thing I've ever, to watch a hologram concert on your computer.
Yeah, in 2D. Yeah. But I was like that. I guess they posted a photo on their Twitter of just all of them wearing the motion sensor suits or whatever.
Yes, that's what I saw. No, I legit like because ABBA was always kind of fashion forward, etc.
Yeah,
so when I saw that, I showed it to Chip and I said, first of all, there's going to be a new ABBA, and I said, is this their outfit or are they in a video game?
Right. Are they going indoor skydiving or is this them getting their holograms going? So I'm a little confused because I think the holograms are meant so that they look younger in the concert itself, I think. So I don't fully understand why they would be in their like 70-year-old selves doing it themselves. But I think they're trying to like preserve the way that people remember them looking on stage for the concert.
I would rather have them old and sitting down in real life than have weird young hologram ABBA while they're like just, eating fish, smoked fish in Sweden. None the wiser.
I know.
Maybe there'll be like a live, like a Zoom Q&A or something to where like going on tour and you're not on tour.
I don't know if it's a one-off show or if it's a full tour. I know. I'm like, you should not sign up to be their tour manager because you're just now being like, in my mind, I'm like, I kind of appreciate that they're trying to embrace like new technology and attempt this thing because, the like rigors of tour, like I'm worried about our physicality being on tour.
I'm terrified.
4 Swedish 70-year-olds who probably have much better health than you and I have currently in our 30s.
Well, I feel like Sweden is one of those countries that like has the, the lowest infant mortality rate and all that. And but like something crazy like they raise their babies in a cardboard box and they somehow survive more than America. Like they're like really good with health. I feel like they have longevity. I'm sure at least based on that one picture, they looked amazing. Yeah. But also I wouldn't leave Sweden either to go on tour because I have started following, how they have those like cheap old houses Instagrams?
Cheap old houses Instagrams. What do you mean?
Wait, you don't follow the Instagram account Cheap Old Houses?
No, I don't. What is it? I thought it was a genre. I didn't know it was a specific account.
No, because they just got their own HGTV show.
Oh,
from the Instagram. It's like basically a place where they aggregate listings from all over America that are like houses that have like really good fixer-upper potential and are cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
But my friend recently sent me one, and I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's like cheap Nordic homes. They're not fixer-uppers. Like their houses in like Sweden and Norway and stuff that look like you're in a fucking fairy tale that are like $80,000 American.
Shit. Oh, shit.
I mean, we might have to move and start hologramming our podcast tours.
Yeah, guys, look, you hear us kind of shitting on this now, and then you cut to the 2022 tour, and it's just Mamrie and I wearing the Velcro suits, just doing the best.
Those suits always look like, remember when it was a thing in the late 90s where it's like, I don't know what shows this be on, but it would be like, you run, you jump on a trampoline, and then like you're in a Velcro suit.
We did that on my show. You, me, and
Hannah.
We
did do that. We threw stuff at each other
inside of a house. Yeah. There's a lot of props for a very limited. Yeah, we tried to roll on the ground and pick up Velcro balls, as many as we could.
There we go.
Yeah,
that was the idea on week 2.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, good for ABBA. I know how much you love them. Doesn't your mom love them? Like, is she stoked?
Yeah, I have to check in with her to see. But yeah, she's the one that had the CD in her car all the time. And then it was just like, she's like me, the same songs over and over. And I was like, these are catchy. I'll give them that. They're really catchy.
Well, speaking of older people.
Yes.
And I really am just drinking gin with lemon juice, and I realize how much it's making my mouth water. So this podcast is brought to you by me swallowing spit.
Perfect.
I went to a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm. Whoa,
those peas are popping.
Yeah.
Shop, 2 P's, 1 E. I went to a coffee shop and I was working, and there was an older couple to my left, and I quickly realized they were on a first date. Like an online date.
What were the indicators? Like they just seemed a little getting to know each other-ish?
Well, I knew it was a first date just based on conversation itself. And these were the top 3 topics, and I wrote them down.
Okay.
They talked about bluegrass because he loves bluegrass. And I thought maybe they should go to a show.
Okay.
The rise in crime in the area.
Yes, that's a natural after your music tastes, what you get into talking about. Uh-huh.
And then skin conditions.
Oh,
so they talked a lot about, like, what's the one that makes you itchy? And
eczema.
Eczema and various skin conditions that like their friends were dealing with. They might have experienced. Yeah, but they were over, they got a cream for that. And then like they seemed to be hitting it off. I think I felt more friend vibes. Okay. And then she of course had to go. But they exchanged numbers, and it was so cute.
Oh, that's cute and awkward.
It was so cute. But then she was like, well, this was really nice, and he goes, well, maybe you should come to a bluegrass show with me. She goes, I would really like that. Yeah, I would. It's just so nice to sit and talk to a nice man, because some of the messages people send you are, she goes, why do I need to see you with your shirt off? And this is a woman in her 70s. She was like, what? I don't need a picture of you with your shirt off in your bathroom mirror. And he goes, oh man, yeah, people send the wildest stuff. And I was like, even as a septuagenarian, you're dealing with fuckboys.
Wow. And also, like, it's probably a little bit of her being like, I'm pretty desired, just so you know. I'm getting some steamy, unwanted messages on Farmers Only.
Just so you know, Ronald, who's wearing Tevas and khaki shorts tucked in, like with a flannel shirt tucked in.
Oh, that's so cute and strange.
I'm glad your rosacea has calmed down. We'll go hear some bluegrass and we'll lock our car because there's crime everywhere.
Oh, God. I love that their third topic was skin conditions. I mean, that's how you could tell they're getting a little bit more comfortable with each other, I feel like. Start basic, start music, generic, and then get a little bit more specific.
However, there was a moment where I think he was internally freaking out, and I could feel it, and I was near her, so I could feel it too. Yeah. She said that she had COVID, and then, whatever. And she was talking about her symptoms and like how she dealt with it, whatever. And then he goes, and then you took tests to be negative? And she was like, no, I haven't taken it. And so there was like a solid minute where she just kept talking and Ronald was quiet and I was quiet. Yeah. And then he just goes, well, I mean, don't you think it's irresponsible to not take a test to make sure you're negative? And she goes, oh no, this was 4 months ago. And he goes, oh, okay. And I was like, things were about to blow the fuck up.
Wow. Yeah, that you want to go in and like call timeout and make sure that they're communicating correctly with each other.
Totally. And now I thought about like, that's going to be a new first date topic is like, did you get COVID?
Yeah. Did you get it? And then also, if you haven't, like, what are your ideas of safety precautions around the subject?
I saw the other day that Chelsea Handler makes people take rapid tests, like dates take rapid tests before they come at her house.
It's great. It's great. We have so many here. We've been giving them to friends that have stopped by. But we were looking.
They were sold out here.
Really? I mean, I bought them on Amazon and like CVS or RiteAid.com or something. But I don't know, they're a little, we tried them. They're very, there's a lot of room for human error in these tests.
Yeah, no, when I've seen pictures of them, they definitely look like dollar store pregnancy tests.
Yes, that's exactly what they look like. They take a bit to figure out. You have to like put the swab underneath a cardboard thing and then fold it over so it touches this other thing. There's just it seems a bit complicated. It seems like there could be some incorrect outcomes from these tests.
Well, at least people be testing.
Exactly.
People be testing.
Didn't you go kayaking or something?
I did. I went on Friday.
How was that?
I know a lot of people were like sliding into my DMs and being like, "Did you reunite the crew? Dry exit Dave and the nurse." And no, it was a private lesson Chip and I took, but with the same instructor.
Oh, that's fun.
Who was lovely. But you know what, Grace? You know, it's kind of like when I was in elementary school and I was going to basketball camps and I was playing basketball and I was bad at it and I was still like insisting that I was somehow a jock, or like when you're like, no, I'm definitely a girl who skateboards, and they're like, no, you're fucking not, and you need to admit it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this run on the river was truly like, oh, I'm bad and I'm terrified. Like I'm scared the whole time.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
Right. So, totally. And like on the side of the river, me about to cry, being like, oh, what do I do? Like, so
I'm paying for this. I signed up to do this.
Yeah. And Chip being like, you said how much fun you had last year. And well, first of all, the conditions were very different because it was a different river.
Fully poured a White Claw all over myself.
Now, she's back, baby. She's back.
I'm back. 2 sips of White Claw.
So we went to this other river, the one we went tubing in, which was great.
Yeah.
But there's a dam that's supposed to release on that day. And it didn't release. And
what does that mean? A dam that's supposed to, like it's naturally supposed to break?
No. It's like a dam for energy. And so the energy company that has the dam decides when to release water to get to create the electricity. So they didn't release that day. So it was extra shallow, like super shallow. So it was just hitting rocks.
Oh, shit.
So it wasn't just like, we're flowing and here's a little rock. It was like, rock. It was just. So it was, and that's like what made me like flip over last time. And I did flip over again. And I did like push my head out of water, and literally 2 times in a row, the saddest, help, help. And he had to save me. And Chip's over there just like killing it. Like he's done this his whole life.
But I love the instructor obviously remembers you from last year.
Yeah.
When, she did her best last year. Now she's bringing her partner this year. And she's...
And I was worse this year. I was way worse.
Oh, no.
The conditions were worse, granted. But I'm still like self-aware.
Sure.
So I don't want to give up on kayaking. We talked about last year. It's the whole you're in the skirt. You're tucked into the kayak.
Yeah.
Like I think it might... Because then after I freaked out. Like, truly freaked out for a bit. I was like, can I just not wear the skirt?
Right.
Can I, and like, because the reason you have it so water doesn't get in because you're so like, moving and grooving.
It's just to keep you dry. Okay.
No, it's not to keep you dry. It's so like you don't get water in, so then
take on water and like,
exactly.
Okay.
So you can like maneuver and like not get wet. So I was just like, I'd rather like go to the bank, have to drain my kayak every 20 minutes, then feel stuck in. If I flip in this, I'll just kick out and whatever.
Right.
There's a mental block I can't get past.
The claustrophobia. Right? I would be the same way. I don't like being stuck in a situation, literally, metaphorically.
Right. It's like I'm cuffed in. Now, granted, I have the keys and I can unlock and pull the thing and get out of here. But the idea that there's a second there where I'm not able to get out freaked me out. So the rest of the time I had a better time, and they have these kayaks that don't have like a well in them. You sit on top, so you fall off more. But like, so I'm like, maybe I just I haven't found my kayak. Maybe I'm the little like Goldilocks of kayaking.
Maybe maybe paddle boarding is more of a route to go.
I don't understand those people. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm covered in bruises, worse than last year. I'll show you one after we hang up. It's like Chip and I went and got a couple cocktails yesterday, and I wore a longer skirt, but it had a slit in it, and I was like, I'm legit moving my legs around so they don't think like
people don't think
something bad happened, like give me a little ear tug,
right?
So anyway, it was rough, but listen to this shit.
What?
So at the end of the day, when we're like saying bye to the instructor, is wonderful. He's like, by the way, if you guys ever want to grab a beer, like my girlfriend is actually a fan of yours.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
sweet.
oh, that's so nice. And then he was like, yeah, when we started dating last year and I mentioned like you and like the podcast, she was immediately like, what the fuck? So we went and we got like a lot of beers with them that night.
That's cute.
And she's like a badass ski instructor, kayaking person. But he was leaving in a week to go to, I'm not going to say it right, Kyrgyzstan. I'm not even saying it right.
I don't know that I've ever heard of that.
Borders China. He's going there with some people he's never met, other kayakers, to do 70 miles of level 5 rapids, which is what we did over friggin' 70 miles of that. Then when you get close to the Chinese border, since you can't go across it, you ditch your kayak. There's like a cave full of ditched kayaks, and then you hike the way back over mountains. And I'm like, I truly am the laziest person alive.
Yeah.
Compared to this human.
That just reminds me, people are so different from other people.
Different. Different.
I'm just going, that's a human being. Like, technically, I have all of the capabilities to, at some point in my life, do that exact thing. And there's absolutely no level of interest, like less than none, to ever pursue something like that in my life.
Right? So we're like pint of beer number 4. And he's telling me this. And I'm like, and I cried doing shallow class 1 rapids today? I mean, like, how big of a baby am I?
Wow.
But anyway, I was just like, that will never be me. I will never be a person who runs a marathon. I will never be a person who kayaks, and then hikes for 60 miles.
Yeah, there's a different brain and need and like body sensibility about all of that just does not speak my language, but I'm very impressed by people that can do that kind of stuff. Not in my wheelhouse at all.
No, it's really not. It's really not.
Well, that's good for them. Good for them. And shout out to his girlfriend. She's got great taste.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. You're the best. Have you ever had to go home and hang out with some relatives that have very different views from you, and you just try to bite your tongue so you can get through it, and meanwhile you are just sweating through your closing insane amount? You know what that does? That stinks! But luckily, you don't have to. So try Native. Native cares about stopping the stink the right way, okay? That is the Native difference. Sure, I know you've heard of aluminum-free and stink-defying deodorant, but have you tried their body wash, toothpaste, and sunscreen? Native is not just deo for your BO, baby. It got your whole body covered. That's right. Now, Native even has broad-spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. You guys, I've been spending some time trying to do river sports out here in North Carolina. Well, I've been using the Native SPF, and honey, my skin is golden and protected. None of that red, crazy sunburnt skin I used to get. Native is on a mission to overhaul your entire hygiene routine by creating products that are made with simple ingredients that work. And their deodorant and body washes come in amazing scents like coconut and vanilla, citrus and herbal musk, lavender and rose, and more. I absolutely adore their deodorant. I've always wanted to go the natural way. I've done like the crystal back in the day. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. It looked like a block of ice and it didn't make you smell nice. Well, Native has been the first deodorant that's all natural and aluminum free that actually works for my stinky ass body. So stay fresh, stay clean with Native by going to nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. Go get you that.
Between work, sleep, and all of the episodes of Bachelor in Paradise that Mamrie has convinced me to binge, who has time for meal planning, shopping, and chopping? Not me. That's why I call in reinforcements in the form of a box full of pre-portioned ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes from, you guessed it, HelloFresh. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from each week, from vegetarian meals and calorie-smart choices to extra special gourmet options. And it's fall, which means it's time for fall recipes. You know the pumpkin spice lattes, but have you heard of PCRs to go with your PSLs? That's pumpkin cinnamon rolls. It's time for a whole bunch of delicious autumnal recipes delivered right to your door. I literally just got done making their Monterey Jack unfried chicken recipe. It's so good. I'm still not over it, and I'm still picking breadcrumbs out of my teeth, which is, ASMR? Who knows? If you are at all interested, go to HelloFresh.com/TMGW14 and use code TMGW14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/TMGW14 and code TMGW14 for up to 14 free meals and free shipping. Oh, speaking of taste, I just saw this article. Tell me if you saw this. It's about Grimace.
Yes, it's on my notes. It's on my notes.
It's someone that's worked for McDonald's for over 10 years did some interview on a Canadian talk show and decided to say what he thinks that Grimace actually is.
Grimace, the McDonald's one of the McDonald's mascots for those listening.
Yeah, that big purple thing.
Yep.
And he says that Grimace is an enormous taste bud.
I hate it.
I don't. And then you probably read the same article I did that they cited that like McDonald's has always been closed mouth about it and really tight-lipped.
Closed mouth.
Yeah. And they, I guess, tweeted a few years ago or something saying like from the account that in response to someone else's tweet, I'm not totally sure, that Grimace is a taste bud. Grimace is supposed to represent like the perfect flavor of something on their menu or just a giant taste bud. Yeah.
Okay. I have so many thoughts because first of all, if he's a giant taste bud, why ain't he pink? What kind of giraffe ass purple taste bud is this?
What do taste buds look like? That was the thing I didn't even...
Well, I did see a picture of like a magnified taste bud and they are like little individual, like little ridges.
Lumps.
Yeah, they're little like ghosts. I don't know. They're like little it's like shag carpeting or basically. Yeah. So I could see where he would be a taste bud, but again, he should be pink if it's a tongue. Because that looks like a taste bud ate McDonald's and got really sick. Got
super sick. Yeah, super sick. Also, what a highfalutin idea for children to follow and then also never explicitly say it.
I think that the day they were premiering Grimace, let's say, I don't know if he premiered in a commercial or what it was.
I'm not sure.
But I think they commissioned a chicken nugget costume. Oh. And it was so fucked up.
Yeah.
And looked like Grimace that they were like, let's just not even explain it. Yeah. People can decide what they want it to be. It's still a lovable lump.
I feel like this all came out in like the 70s. I feel like this might have been like an LSD kind of creative brainstorm that seemed great at the time and then just didn't translate to TV or to marketing.
Someone took LSD and just looked in the mirror at their tongue for a really long time. And then they grimaced. Yeah. And then they said, let's do a taste bud named Grimace.
The perfect idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that kind of blew my mind. But I like that it's not 100% confirmed. So who knows?
Will it ever be?
I don't think so. I think people that know that they had like a weird idea that didn't go well will never confirm one way or another.
However, he stood the test of time. Like Grimace is still
one of the only ones I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I do need to do a little like, what's it called in a redaction or like, what is it in a newspaper where then you're like, I got to correct this. Yeah, not redaction. That I said anything wrong, but Leslie Gore, who we spoke about last week, whose entire album was, It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want to. Yes. Judy's Turn to Cry, 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 Cry. I'm crying over here. Hey.
Yes. No tears left.
No tears left. Oh man, he really got me. What an idiot. I'm crying on the beach, crying on the phone, crying on my own. Well, Leslie Gore also sang You Don't Own Me, from First Wives Club, which is amazing. But then a lot of people tweeted at me and they were like, Leslie Gore was actually like a lesbian icon.
Oh, very cool.
So she was like this 16-year-old, all of this was back in the 60s. And then she like came out very early and was like an LGBT, activist. And like, so anyway, I just wanted to say for anyone listening who thought I was making fun of Leslie Gore, first of all, I was, because that album was ridiculous. But second of all, it wasn't about her sexuality.
And also just any sort of like, if you watch any doc slightly about the music industry that it's like all of these artists get manipulated by music executives to
16.
create. Yeah, to create. You watched the whatchamacallit, the Katy Perry documentary, and the way she was originally marketing herself as like an Alanis Morissette, Fiona Apple type, and then
but kind of Christian.
Yeah, but a little bit more Christian swinging, and then all of a sudden she is who she is now. Yeah, you got to know that wasn't, I think, a 16-year-old's genuine idea for an album.
Truly,
I did see a lot of people saying on top of like the idea of songs that continue a narrative from like a first hit
the
song.
Sequel songs.
I saw a lot of people tweeting that Britney Spears' Stronger is a follow-up to Hit Me Baby One More Time. Supposedly. I don't know, like Grimace, if the lore has been, fact-checked or confirmed in any way. But that would make sense to me.
It would make sense to me, but like, as would a bunch of Britney songs.
Yeah.
Like, that's like such an empowering one.
Yeah.
That it could be a follow-up to She's So Lucky or to like any of them sad ones.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of She's So Lucky, it's got a lot of cry parts in it.
And she cry, cry, cry me a river.
Oh, they're all there.
I'm just building out a Marvel universe of
songs about crying.
Early 2000s songs. Okay, well, speaking of Jesus-y.
Yes.
There are so many Jesus billboards in North Carolina.
Just like for him?
Yeah, like I don't know where the budget comes from. Or if like one day it's blank and the next day you wake up and Jesus done billboarded that one too.
Oh, he's like Banksy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Getting the ads.
I don't know Jesus's budget, but he's crushing it here in North Carolina. But I saw one that I was driving the other day and it was like a letter from Jesus. And it said, I still love you, ... I do. I do. And then it had the little, the fish.
Yeah.
And then it said like XO Jesus, like a Gossip Girl.
Like Gossip Girl?
But the way it said like, I still love you. And then down below, ... I do. I was like, did me and Jesus get in a fight?
Yeah. Like, I don't think I've done anything that wrong right now to question this commitment level.
It was truly like, I was like, Jesus, you're so romantic.
Yeah.
Taking out a billboard like you're Rosanna Pansito's boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're Escape the Night. And you've caught me, I guess, in my most fragile driving time that I could finally see this from you. Wow. Yeah. There's I do. Okay. Well, you repeating it makes me think that this is a little facetious. I don't know. I feel you're being a little sarcastic here, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't have to add that. Just be like, I honestly love you. XO Jesus. And also, like, don't make me read into it. I'm trying to drive.
Yeah.
You're trying to make me meet you earlier. You know what I mean?
No.
But speaking of that, there was another billboard I saw that just said, like, what was the exact word? It was like, are you going to heaven or hell? Call, and it had a number.
Ooh, did you call it?
No, but I have it. Should we call it?
Oh, I don't know. Because I'm worried that someone will pick up and we will be stuck on a phone line. What if you tell them?
I'll just hang up on them.
Okay, then I'm into it.
Okay. You know us. We can't prank call worth a dick.
Oh, no. Okay, the question is, are you going to heaven or hell?
Yeah. Okay. So let's
maybe
call
just tell them you think you're going to heaven.
Do I? Oh, I'm just going to ask.
Thank you for calling the toll-free number for gospelbillboards.org. For English, press 1.
Okay.
It's a billboard advertising company.
Is it though?
To speak with someone on our phone team about your questions or spiritual needs, press 0.
Should I just ask if I'm going to heaven or hell?
To learn more about.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
If you know the extension number of the phone team
Why would
member
I
you
know?
would like to speak with,
Why would I know
you
that?
may dial it at any time.
How do you spell heaven?
Otherwise, you may hold for
on
the
your
next
keys.
available team member.
Okay, there's a team member.
This call may be monitored or recorded.
I'm so nervous.
They're called angels.
Please listen to a brief explanation of truth while we connect your call.
Oh no.
I've been wondering what it is.
Have you ever asked yourself these questions?
What?
Can I really know what is true? What will happen to me after I die?
For sure.
Yeah.
Who is Jesus?
No.
Nah.
We know.
Afternoon. This is Roger with Gospel Billboards. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Roger. I was just curious if I'm going to heaven or hell.
Oh, I'd be glad to answer that question for you. Yes, the answer is actually found in the Bible.
Okay.
In Revelation chapter 20, it says there very clearly that if you get to Judgment Day and if your name is not in the book of life on that day, you'll be cast into the lake of fire called hell.
Okay.
On the other hand, if your name is in the book of life, you'll be invited into heaven. So I just want to urge you, get your name in the book of life and make sure it stays there right up until Judgment Day.
Okay, well, Roger, I've written a couple books myself, and I know sometimes things go to print and there's mistakes in them. So what if I get up there and, it's not there and I know it should be?
How do you check your spelling of your name?
Great question. There will be no mistakes.
How do you know, Roger? Who's the editor?
Every sin you've ever committed, God
Is
knows
Joseph
it all. He's
editing
watching
this?
everything you
It's okay, hung up. I hung up. Oh my God, I'm freaking out, man. That's the biggest rush I've had since I was on the wild river with the level 0 rapids last week.
Wow. I feel like I just shoved an eel up my ass right now.
Should I say, oh man, I wish he would have been like, they'll know every sin is recorded. I would have been like, do they know about that eel I put up my butt last week?
Yeah. So I had a situation with my anus and a live eel. Am I still in the book of Revelations? Wow. Wait, so
now we know.
So they're a spiritual billboard company. So it's not someone renting a billboard that's like a church renting a billboard from a billboard company. This is a spiritual billboard company. They're making spiritual billboards.
This is wild.
Whoa.
I've wondered, what happens when you call that?
Well,
And you know what? You get a very calm man named Roger. I could have talked to him all day.
yeah, he had answers ready to go.
Really? Whatever
that was-
booklet it wasn't like the other people who call me that just go, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like
This guy
Roger
had
could teach a course.
Actual answers. Wow. He had references. He had all of it. And he seemed, upbeat. Good for him. Well,
Yeah, he was like, there are no mistakes. I was like, wow, this motherfucker is standing by his script.
this guy has never logged on to internet.com, I don't think.
No. Wow, that was intense. That was intense.
Well, I'm glad that we finally figured out that question. That's
Yeah, we're going to
looming.
hell. We're going to hell.
For sure. Anyway, you know where you guys can go that might seem like a heaven or a hell is to our live shows.
.com to get tickets to exactly. That's our hell house.
Yeah. If you guys want to find out if you're going to heaven or hell, come check out a live This Might Get Weird podcast tour show. Go to thismightgetweird.com to get your tickets. We're 1 week out from our first show.
We are literally going to be there in 1 week. We will be in Portland and then Seattle the next night and then Denver the next night. And then the next weekend, if you are in Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, or anywhere near there in which you could drive, then we are coming to you also in these 6 shows. And we are trying really hard to get this in every show. But in these 6 shows, you are going to need to show proof of vaccine or a negative COVID test within 72 hours. And make sure you check the details of your venue because it might just be straight up proof of vaccine. Because we want to make you laugh a lot, but that creates droplets, bitch.
Yeah, we want everyone to be safe. Okay, it's the best. That's all we want. That's all we want.
Be safe. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I mean, this got weird.
Yeah.